In this lesson, we are going to read through the sourcing, receiving, and storing food topic in the template food control plan. This is one of the green-colored cards in the preparing section of the plan and is page number 49. What do you need to know? You need to know that the food you receive from a supplier or other source is safe and suitable. You also need to know where the food has come from in case something goes wrong. Some foods need to be kept cold, chilled or frozen to stop bugs growing. If you are receiving live shellfish, then there are certain rules you need to follow when receiving it. These are outlined in the Do section. If storing hot or cold food in vending machines, keep food at the correct temperature to stop bugs from growing. Food or ingredients should not be used or sold after their use-by date. This includes food from vending machines. Guidance on the use of use-by or best before date marks can be found at the link provided or by scanning the QR code. If you import food, you will need to either register as a food importer with MPI or only purchase imported food from a registered food importer. If you are a registered importer, then the food you import will need a safety and suitability assessment before being imported. Use the link or scan the QR code to access this information. Why is sourcing and receiving important? Using trusted suppliers gives you confidence that the foods and ingredients you use are safe and suitable. This can prevent people getting sick from your food and save you time and money. Trusted suppliers could be businesses registered under the Food Act or Animal Products Act. MPI have a register where you can look suppliers up. Use this link or scan the QR code to access the register. It is best to be at your business to receive deliveries. If chilled or frozen food is delivered out of hours, you will need to know that it was delivered at the right temperature, put away in the right place, such as the fridge or freezer as agreed with your supplier, and that it is still safe to use. What do you need to do? Only source food from trusted suppliers. If you are importing food, you must register as a food importer with MPI or contract the services of one. You must conduct a safety and suitability assessment of food before you import it. See the No section for more information. When collecting or receiving food, you must check that cold food is cold. Frozen food is frozen. Packaging is not damaged or dirty. Food is not past its use-by date. If you are transporting food after collecting it, then you will need to follow the Transporting Food card. When receiving live shellfish, you must ensure it has been chilled to a temperature of 10 degrees Celsius or less. Check that it does not contain foreign matter, for example, mud and stones. Check with your supplier if it is safe to be consumed raw or lightly cooked. Receive a harvest declaration. When receiving food, record the name and contact details of your supplier, the type and quantity of food, the temperature of the food if it needs to be kept at a certain temperature, to make sure it is safe and suitable. When receiving food, check that it has sufficient information on the label so that you can accurately use or label your food. Ask your supplier for information about unlabeled products or for translations if imported. Follow manufacturer's instructions for storing food. Store food safely. Put chilled food away first, then frozen food, then food that can be stored at room temperature. Arrange your supplies so food with the soonest use-by or best before dates is used first. Throw out food at its use-by date. Store food covered and clearly labeled. Follow the 2-hour, 4-hour rule, as shown in the diagram below. Total time food is in the danger zone, 5 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, and what to do. More than 4 hours, throw out. 2 to 4 hours, serve or heat to 75 degrees Celsius, but do not chill. 0 to 2 hours, serve or chill, or heat to 75 degrees Celsius. The diagram includes examples of foods that this rule applies to. Soft or fresh cheese, vegetable soups, curries, meat, fresh tofu, egg sandwich, non-acidified rice, and open sauces. Each of the above foods are sometimes referred to as potentially hazardous or high-risk foods. Note that the danger zone is between 5 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, and this is when harmful bugs grow quickly. If something goes wrong during the sourcing or receiving of food, follow the "when something goes wrong" card. What do you need to show? Your verifier will check how you and your staff know that the food you receive is safe and suitable. They will check records of your trusted supplier list and supplier assurances. Your verifier will check records of the name of your supplier, the type and quantity of food, the temperature of the food if it needs to be kept at a certain temperature, to make sure it is safe and suitable. Show your verifier how you and your staff store, label, and separate food following your plan. Show your verifier your food importer registration certificate. Show your verifier the safety and suitability assessment of food you have imported.